All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jason Shepard. Welcome to the AFCOM Southern California chapter's third quarter 2021 educational series event. We're going to, I'll start to kind of share some of the actual slides here for a second and what the agenda is going to look like today. But let me just go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and I'll jump right into it. And David, please let me know if you're seeing the screen here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to David Sipes, the president of our chapter, for kickoff. David.
So, hi, folks. Welcome to the Q3 2021 chapter meeting. We're really excited today about the content that we've got put together. You know, COVID is changing the way we do business quite a bit. And after a great deal of research by our board, we feel that the content that we're bringing to you today is very, very important to businesses moving forward. And we want to see if we could provide you with some content that help you align with what other businesses are seeing. So Cressa is our partner today. And, they have a wide spread of services and they talk to many, many businesses. And so, they're bringing this thought think tank, to our session today. And so we're really, really excited about that. But let me first introduce our board. Jason Shepard, he introduced himself already. We have Brad Schultes with us today. And we have Di Kribiel-Delson with us. You see her on camera now. And I'll let Jason introduce the actual panelists once we get to that. A couple of notes about the chapter. We have decided to remain online or virtual via webinars, at least for the foreseeing future. We were going to try to move to, in person for our Q4 and do that, the great holiday social we normally do, but there's just too much risk. And, we've decided as a board not to go down that path. We are still looking for additional board members. We've announced this the last couple chapter meetings, but we still are looking for additional board members. So please, if you are interested, you have time, please reach out to Jason, myself, Di, Brad, and we'll get you hooked up, with the rest of the board and stuff. Some of the great values you get of being a board member of our chapter is really, the connections with, all the great people in Southern California and various companies. You can learn a lot. You can pick a phone up and call people and, get help. There's just a lot of different things. And plus, you're bringing your experience to others within the industry. And so there's a lot of value at the end of the day. I've been doing this for 8 years now. Jason's been doing it for just about the same amount of time. And, it's really exciting. It's been an exciting ride, and all in all, it's all because you guys, joining us and keeping us energized in what we do. And we hope that we're bringing a great content to you. And that's part of it too, is you help to build that content and bring that content to the end users and vendors out there. So please give us a call, send us an email, whatever way you reach out to Jason, myself, Di, Brad, and we'll definitely talk to you about joining our board. So anyway,
one thing I think we want to add here. Let's just give, I guess, a high level for people who might be joining our educational session for the first time. So AFCOM, sure, which is an acronym for Association for Computer Operations Management. It's the largest data center industry association in the country. We're the Southern California chapter board. We're not the San Diego board. We're not the Orange County or LA board, Inland Empire. It's the Southern California chapter board. Part of the reason why we're also kind of shifting to doing our sessions online is that obviously when we are events in San Diego, it makes it difficult for the people in LA to come to. So I think we're able to cover more ground this way. As a result, we're part of the reason why we're looking to expand our chapters board is really to have more voices in the various regions and bring in that additional thought leadership. But again, it's important to note that we are a not-for-profit organization. We're here to bridge the gap between IT and corporate real estate departments, right? And I think part of that kind of ties into what our chapter discussion is here today. And David, I'll just kind of jump right in.
I'll go ahead
if I can.
Take it over.
So again, we're going to skip, in order to maximize the amount of time we have for our panel discussion today, we're going to skip over the actual news roundup piece. And you can go and find our AFCOM Southern California chapter LinkedIn page, and you'll see all the different news articles that we share all the time. And so we're going to try and maximize the time of our board or for our panel discussion here today. So a couple things. The genesis of the reason why we had have this call today. We had a discussion about a month or two ago about, gosh, with all these corporate contracts that were signed for telecom and cloud services and what have you, maybe a year or even 2 years ago at a time which was pre-COVID, but yet then we all kind of hit with COVID and what's happening. People are working remotely. There's been a little bit of confusion in the marketplace as far as, hey, there's a ton of space on the market and that's shifting the way we're doing things here. So we thought we'd reach out to the experts. So, and again, I am on the board of directors for the AFCOM Southern California chapter. I'm almost about 8 years here. My primary responsibility is outreach for IT directors and CIOs throughout Southern California. But on top of that, I manage a lot of or moderate a lot of our panel discussions. That said, my day job is I'm a commercial real estate broker at Cresa. Now, Cresa as a firm is the largest commercial real estate provider in the world that exclusively represents end users, right? Occupiers of space. So there are no landlord conflicts of interest. So we're always working on the best interests of our clients, right? With that, we have subject matter experts in different fields. To discuss what's going on in the world of commercial real estate, which has a downstream impact. Go ahead, David, do you have a question?
Just to remind our listeners that they can ask a question at any time in the chat.
Correct. And we have Brad from our board is watching the Q&A sessions or the Q&A board. And we're going to do is we're going to reserve the last 10 minutes of the call today. By the way, we're going to try and wrap up by 3 o'clock to let everybody get back to their day, which is why we want to jump right into the actual panel. That being said, if you do have questions, please type them in and we'll get to as many as we can at the end of this session. That said, introducing our panel from Cresa. So first of all, Jillian Bakey. Jillian runs is a principal for our workplace solutions practice. We have Mark Bennett, who is the managing principal of Cresa's Orange County office. And Mark is going to be able to be the voice of the traditional real estate broker, what's going on in the local market here in Southern California, right? Maybe do away with some of the rumors as far as the market. Hey, is it bad? Is it good? What's the status? Then we have Jason Jones, and Jason was one of the people I reached out to first because Jason runs our practice at Cresa that helps our clients with telecom needs, right? So I'm going to go right to Jason on these telecom pricing questions and trends. And then Paul Springer, and Paul is also part of our hybrid workforce services team working together with Jason and with Jillian. That said, my day-to-day job, I run our data center practice here at Cresa. Simple trends, things that we see, for instance, on average, 70% of deals are conducted directly between IT teams and co-location providers, sales teams. But on average, customers are only using 45% of what they've committed to. We see that trend also in corporate data center facilities when they build out, right? So if you have questions on the data center side, I can really tackle those. But that said, I want to kind of jump right into, again, looking at our panel. Again, let me know if you're not seeing my screen, because what I'm going to be doing is displaying the questions that our panel has really identified. We've been posting these all week. These are on our LinkedIn page. Again, the LinkedIn page, our number is listed there on the front screen. We can go back to it at the end.